produces nearly half the country's fruits and vegetables, 1 in 5 Californians struggles with access to quality food. One nonprofit has made it their mission to get hand-picked fruits and veggies to people who really need them most. Amber Pfister met the co-founder of San Diego-based ProduceGood to find out how they're fighting food waste and hunger. Did you know that 40% of the food that's produced here in the U.S. is wasted? That's 40%. So that's why I want to take you here to Rancho Santa Fe to meet with Nita, who's from ProduceGood, and learn how she's giving back to the community. This has been fun all day, but I want to take a tiny little break because I have so many questions for you. So how did you get inspired to start ProduceGood?
Well, about 10 years ago, I was walking my neighborhood in Carlsbad and noticed that all my neighbors' fruit trees had fruit on the ground. And I thought, wow, that's just, I hate seeing that waste. I think a lot of people feel that way. I thought someone's got to be doing something about it. So I started my own, and it was called Crop Swap. Very low tech. It was my friends and family, and we would just pick each other's fruit, and then we get boxes the night before and drive over to the yard or the grove, pick the fruit, and then we take it to the food bank. Turned into ProduceGood in 2014 when we incorporated, and now, you know, we are much bigger, and we pick every day.
You are small but mighty.
Exactly.
I've seen what you've done here just today, and it's been so much fun for me to be a part of this, and I love that you're giving back to the San Diego community. So let's talk about gleaning, because that was actually a brand new word for me.
A lot of people come up to me and they'll say, wow, gleaning, that's such a good idea. And I'm like, well, I didn't invent the idea. It's not my idea. It's a very old idea. Back in the day, farmers would leave the 4 corners of their fields unpicked for the widows and orphans, those who could not help themselves. So it was an early form of social welfare. And what we do at ProduceGood, we're just bringing it into the 21st century. We're just bringing it, this idea, which is so great, into a place where there's so much bounty. I mean, you just walk around and you see all of this beautiful fruit everywhere. And that's really what we try to tell people. You know, it's basically one of the answers to hunger is in your own backyard.
I know that in San Diego alone, and I didn't know this, but 1 in 4 people are actually struggling with food insecurity. So something like this is really important. And you mentioned San Diego has a lot of land. And I know I see Jim, he's right back there. That is actually the owner who was nice enough to let us come onto his property and pick all of these amazing fruits, because otherwise they'd probably go to waste.
And we picked over 1,000 pounds, maybe over 1,200 pounds today, with about 9 volunteers.
So this is one of 800 properties that they use to get the produce. And little did you know, they have over 4,000 volunteers, which is pretty incredible.
We could not do anything without our volunteers, and they have been the power behind our whole movement and mission. This outdoor crop swap really appeals to a lot of folks. It gets them out in nature, you're picking fruit. With our wonderful volunteers, we have, so far, since 2010, gleaned well over 1 million pounds, almost 1.5 million pounds, which is pretty amazing. And that provides almost 4 million servings to the food insecure of San Diego. And it has been incredible for our volunteers to know that they're doing this and they're providing for their neighbor in such a concrete way.
How does that work? Properties, what other places do you go to find food?
So we have 4 programs of food recovery. This one is our flagship. It's called Crop Swap, and this is essentially when we are going out to private orchards. Our other program is our market share, which is where we work at the farmers markets in San Diego, and we collect at the end of market what the farmers and vendors cannot sell, and then we take that immediately to a local agency. We also work with a local grocer, Jimbo's, and do grocery gleaning, which is we're just going in and getting all those little uglies. We don't say ugly though, we say cosmetically challenged little fruits and veggies, and we take that again to one of our over 70 partner feeding agencies in the county. We work with so many parts of our population, seniors, children, homeless, veterans, who are struggling with food insecurity. The way people get involved, we have 3 ways to do it. They can go to ProduceGood.org. We have a nice calendar of events, and you can sign up there. We also have an opportunity for growers who have a lot of excess on their trees to sign up as our fruit growers. And then, of course, we always accept other green stuff, like money.
There we go.
Donate button is on every page, but yeah, we appreciate any kind of support that we can get. The joy that we get from knowing that we have actually provided nutritious, beautiful food to people, it's really indescribable. It's something that I did not expect ever. That was not part of what I was thinking about. But to have it has been the most unbelievable and best part of ProduceGood.
Welcome, guys,
Thank you.
to just the new age of giving back in the produce market. So, shall we?
Yeah, we're gonna glean it like we mean it, right?
Glean it like we mean it. All right, let's do this. Bye, guys.
Wow, what a great organization.